What's up guys, DukeSloth here, and today we're taking a look at the live viewing of the patch notes for patch 5.21. As usual, the written patch notes review, or the review for the written patch notes will follow after. We're going to turn on the music in just a second once the music has stopped playing, so we can actually hear what they're saying. Harris had some technical difficulties. We're watching on ReMixer today, so let's see if this works out. Let's see if they can actually get into it now. That looks good. Okay, that's the red Trotsky skin. It says none. They said it's gonna be Domination. What? Okay, that's the new skins that we've already seen. The new Aphrodite skin. And the Gold skin. Talked about those yesterday. Got the name of the artist actually. Turned out pretty nicely. Dark Blade Pele, I like it. I really like Pele skins are so cool. I don't know what it is with them, but Ultimate Tonight. That's Chalk. We already saw that tease as well. It's Holy Chalk. Yes. Really cool as well. Wow. Okay, skins this patch are nice.
Welcome in, everybody. It's time for the 5.21 update show. Aggro, going to be your host, as per usual here. We got a big update for you here. A lot of things that I think you guys are going to be very excited about. We've got new skins. You got to just preview those. Some light balance as we prepare for HRX and DreamHack. And, of course, a new adventure that we're very excited to show off to you guys. I think a lot of you will be very excited about. But first, let's get a little bit of a closer look at some of those skins that you just got a chance to see, including, and first off, Dark Blade Pele, one that I was very excited about. This might be an early frontrunner for my favorite skin in this upcoming update. It's just, the colors work very well, and I'm very excited to see how the music that'll be playing during her 3. That's a big thing for me with Pele is, can I jam out while moving super fast in the jungle? We'll see if this one
I like the sky
fits that bill.
I'm gonna miss the hair.
Righteous Hammer Chalk also going to be in the 5.21 update. This one, and maybe you got a little bit sick of murdering your enemies with an axe, and now you want to use a giant hammer. Well, have we got the skin for you? This one looking really, really sick, I'm sure.
There's a lot of
going to have some awesome effects
World of Warcraft Paladins vibes.
Mystic Archer Artemis going to be coming to you the 5.21 update. This one is going to tie in to our new adventure, which I will get to in just a little bit. This is kind of going along with some of the other Mystic Defenders that we've had, kind of a skin series almost. But look at that little flying pig. He's so cute.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Like. We'll have to wait and see. Curious Critter Ratatosker, also here. Also in the vein of another one of our skins, but this one, it's Geek Beak Thoth, the only one who's coming from this kind of line so far until now. And those are some big eyes. That is the first thing that jumps out to me. Very expressive there for Curious Critter Ratatosker. One that I think you guys are going to lose your minds over, Plushy Kepri. Yeah, we did it. You already know we're bringing it to you in this one, chat. This is awesome, and I can't wait to see this in game. You guys loved Plushy Ganesh, and for good reason. And he's just so fluffy. Look at how
that
soft
is cool.
His little legs look. I just want to snuggle him, and maybe he'll make me snuggle him with Abduct. We'll find out. Ice Queen Aphrodite, also going to be in the 5.21 update. It's getting a little chilly here, even in Atlanta, so figure we start to turn the corner and you get some winter skins going. Aphrodite there as the Ice Queen. And then Winter's Curse Cucullin.
I dig it.
Also coming in this update. One that I believe was a community suggestion.
They both were.
That got chosen, and a very good one at that. This looks really, really awesome. Super excited to get a look and see what the abominable transform rage monster
looks nice. Looks very nice
for us. I love it. That's looking really, really good.
But both of the two of them were chosen, both winter ones.
We have not only some of the skins and the adventure, of course, but balance, and as well as a exciting Project Olympus thing that I think I'm gonna have some fun with. So for that and a little bit more on balance, let's throw it over to Hindu and Clumsy.
Thanks so much, Aggro. And yes, it's me. I'm finally back after weeks away from you all, where balance was shoddy and a mistake, and that's what I'm here to fix. What? That's what you're here to fix, though, too, right?
Sure. I mean, I think the balance has been pretty good so far.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, there was like 2 gods balance, but yeah, that's the only thing.
There was a lot more.
So where's Pawn?
Pawn's away. Actually, he's going to be on his wedding, so if everyone can give him a congratulations, I think that's in order.
That's good. Congratulations to Pawn getting married.
Congratulations.
What is this, though?
It's a little kind of toy.
Why is What's it for?
It's just there to be adorable.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're not here for adorable things. That's the other set. That's nothing to do with us. Thank you very much. On then with what we've got for you this week in terms of balance. But first of all, we will start with what Aggro was talking about the project Olympus. There's going to be a mini game going into the client to do with VGS.
Yeah, that's right. I think so. Basically, in the Learn tab, there's going to be a glossary of the VGS commands for PC and console, and there's also going to be a mini game like we talked about, where basically it's going to give you a prompt of VGS commands, and you've got to type in the right commands.
Oh, I like it.
Or you got to input the right commands to the controller.
Can you do that in queue? I know I've not asked you that before, but can you?
Yeah, while you're in queue, you can be able to go into the Learn tab and go ahead and do that. Yeah.
So
Double nice.
It'll represent like a
very
lane, and then you
nice.
And you've got to put in the VGS commands in. You get 3 strikes, and then you're out.
There you go. And then if you don't have
this is really cool.
At least communicate with VGS. Perfect times on that. So
Rack
have a look
high
at that.
score.
That should be available
I hope
as well.
if you rebind your V, it's also rebound for that.
On the list, general bug fix an issue where players' stats were not populating on the scoreboard. Hot fixed earlier this week, just so you all
I
know.
heard that's problematic.
And fixed also Hera fixed slow immune targets from also being immune to polymorph.
Good.
Yeah, slightly needed, but it was fixed earlier this week as well.
Yes, so that's right.
Now. Assault then is the next thing I've got here. It says item balance assault.
Whoa, we love starting with assault, right?
Yeah.
So this one we saw on social media a little bit. You look very concerned with that one.
I know, just because it's item balance assault, and I'm like, wait, that's an item?
Yeah.
But it's items in assault.
Exactly. It's items in assault, and we saw on social media how some people were talking about both Soul Eater and Gauntlet of Thebes and how they can be, we can probably include them into the assault item roster.
Interesting.
And so we decided,
I didn't think they would go through with that. It was requested on Reddit, but I didn't think they would actually do it.
Soul Eater will both be available then in
Not bad.
assault for you hardcore assault players. I play it occasionally and quite enjoy it too.
Hey, it's a lot of fun.
It's very chill, but very try-hard sometimes too. On to gods then, and this week there will be gods that get balanced. Trust me, because me and Clumsy are here to fix it.
Mercury.
Yeah,
please.
I know. The very first one you want to talk about was
well, he's not on the
right
list
on the
yet.
top of your list is this one right here.
No, it's not. Kronos is going to get a buff, first of all. Kronos general is going to be towards his stats. Increased base health from 370 to 400, and increased per level health from 70 to 75. So he's just getting some health buffs as the mage. What's the reason for this?
Yeah, I mean, we've touched him a few times in the past. We've given him a little bit of power. We've buffed up his pass level a bit. And there's a good point that was brought about on social media as well about how he's kind of a hunter mage, but he doesn't really have the same base health stats as the other ones like Sol and Freya. So we decided to bring him in line just a little bit to help him out.
Okay, so it's not really like a touch to his damage, it's just like a little bit more survivability.
It's just a little bit more survivability at the beginning of the game.
Next up is Kernanos, and he's also going to get a bit of a buff here. The Wild Hunt polymorphed targets are now slow by turns. Did we do that because people were whinging because polymorph on Hera?
Yeah, I mean, she actually has an ability called polymorph now, but that also means that we have a crowd control effect called polymorph, and that it's not just going to be on one god right now. We've got it on 2, and it's something that's going to be in the game, so we decided to also keep the effects on this. We're going to be attaching
Might be a bit of a buff,
so the polymorph
like a fair bit of a buff to his
also
ult.
get slowed by 20%.
So a bit more consistency then,
yeah,
I guess,
exactly. We love
the
keeping
same ability.
things consistent.
Okay, so polymorph, a bit of an effect for Kernos. That's actually quite a big buff for when he uses that.
It is going to be very strong, but we think he deserves it as well.
Here we go.
Yeah, I agree.
Getting nerfed. Finally, we can go into something good. The Howling Dog, Celestial Howling Dog, I should say, is going to get a bit of a touch and decrease the max health percent damage from 2% to 1%.
Fair.
It was ridiculous. It was so strong.
It was pretty high, and we've been monitoring his stats constantly, and we saw an uptick as well as we'd expected, but that's also what we were shooting for with the previous buff. And we think this nerf will bring him a little bit more in line and kind of smooth out the curve a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully it just brings it down a little bit more. So.
Exactly. We're just looking for a little bit. Obviously, the combined power of the new passive with chin size is pretty high. And honestly, I mean, this is a pretty big nerf from 2% to 1%. That is a half, really, in the power scale.
Sure.
And I think that'll probably bring him in a good spot.
Well, the dog's still going to hurt, but not as much. Fenrir also going to get some love this match. Unchanged, decreased the mana cost of this ability from 65 to 85, will now be 60 to 80, so 5 off there. Seething Howl, mana cost reduction again, 60 to 80 is now going to be 60 at all ranks. And Brutalized, mana cost. So it's all mana cost reductions.
It's really just mana cost.
It's still not going to be good.
His damage across the board, and he's in a pretty good spot there. He's been a pretty good doggo, so we wanted to give him a little bit of a Halloween treat. And his mana costs were, pretty high. They might be a little bit outdated compared to the other assassins on the roster, so we decided to look across those, and we the little buffs here on each one of the abilities.
Yep, just to give him a little bit less of an issue with mana sustain.
Yep.
Next on the list, don't worry, the list is still going to keep going. Freya, yes.
Hey.
I was going to say a swear word, then I changed my mind. She's finally getting nerfed, is what I can say.
What do you mean finally? I mean, she's been hit, again
just keep punching her in the face, Clumsy, until she stops being in my games, okay?
Yeah, I mean, she's pretty fun.
I don't want to have to waste a ban every time. That's my issue.
Is your ban on Freya, though?
I mean, it's not really me. It's the other casuals in my game. I play supports after all, so I'm not really worried about that. Decreased the damage of Northern Lights is what we're going to do. From 50 to 210 is now going to be 40 to 200.
Yeah, that's right. It's a little bit of a nerf there on her early game again. We've been addressing her previously with several different patches. We've recently done a hit to her movement speed as well. We've noticed that her early game is probably still a little bit too potent from where we think it probably should be. Right? Her late game is actually probably in a much better spot than it used to be.
I can agree, yeah.
She can still carry, but she can't really be that massive hyper carry before just 3-shotting every single carry and support, to be honest, right? And right now, her early game clear with Northern Lights is probably just a tad bit too strong, and we're going to tone that down just a little bit.
Tone it down and not break her and make it unplayable.
Right, that was it?
Is the big key.
We don't want to go too far, right? We want her to still be enjoyed by everyone.
10 damage?
Yeah, I mean, she's
not
a lot
enjoyed
of
by
fun.
everyone, but okay, we can agree with that.
By the Freya players.
Mercury also.
That was actually it.
Again, this will be towards fastest god alive. We reduce the power change per passive stack from 0.1 to 0.08. Yes, we're going into more decimal points here. 50% physical power increase down to 40% physical power increase on this ability. Well, passive.
Right, that's right. Fastest god alive getting a little bit of a nerf. We've been addressing it before. We touched his Made You Look ability previously, increasing that cooldown, and we do know that Golden Blade, Golden Bow, however you want to remember it, is, you know, pretty good with Assassin's Blessing and with Mercury. We decided that we want to look at other places that we can touch because we want to keep Golden Blade healthy for the other assassins as well. Right? If we just nerf that item, it's going to be exponentially stronger on Mercury, but it's going to also fall off flavor with the other assassins. So we're deciding to touch upon Mercury just a bit by bit to make sure that he still stays relevant. And we thought a good place would be here because it's actually a lot of power you get on the first hit, especially coming right out of
straight out of the jungle as well. Exactly. I mean, that's one thing as well. The Golden Blade was always going to be beneficial towards Mercury more.
There's no reason to cleave on a cleave. It's just
right. I like that diversity.
I mean, absolutely.
Okay.
No cleaves on AoE. Fixed.
All the buffs
Mercury fixed. No other junglers actually hurt.
With an extra slow Fenrir with mana reductions. Nerf to Erlang, Shen, Freya, and Mercury. What you gonna ban next patch? I'm sure you'll find something and tweet about it, and I'll be ready for that next time.
90% the same gods.
To say, Coms?
No, I'm just really excited for HRX coming up very soon.
I'm excited for HRX too, but first of all, more excited about what we're gonna do with the adventure. A new adventure's coming, and I believe Aggro's standing by to talk about that.
That's the good part of this patch. Yes, it is Egyptian. Oh god, yes. This is great. Wait, what? I wasn't ready for the Sailor Moon part. What's going on here? I mean, that limits the god picks, I guess. Wait, what? What?
So normally I open up these update shows by telling you the name of the patch, but the name of the patch or update is Celestial Domination, and I felt like that was a little bit too forward on what we were going to do with the adventure. The new adventure is indeed Domination, coming back, looking way better than before, though, and to talk about it a little bit more in depth, I've got Fishman, King designer, not really King, but I just call him that, and Christian, lead environment artist, or in my mind, King environment artist. Kings, how you doing today?
Doing great. How about you, Aggro?
Can't complain. Can't complain. Christian, you excited to reveal Domination again?
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't really see me all too often, so when you do, I'm just really excited to show off all our new work.
Putting it out there.
You're really here to mess stuff up.
That's right, yeah.
In a good way, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. So let's talk about Domination. Why are we bringing Domination back in this adventure?
Sure. So the big reason, Domination was a core of SMITE of years past gameplay, and members of the community have been asking for us to bring it back for a long time, and we hear you, and we want to give you what you like, so we're bringing back Domination.
And Domination, last time it was in the game, Christian, I mean, was it felt okay for the time, but SMITE has come a long way since we had Domination in the game. So how much of a task was it to kind of update it for what we have as the standard today for SMITE?
I didn't even play the last Domination. That was even way before me, but so when we decided that we're going to bring it back from the crypt, I was taking a look at it, and I was like, this is no bueno. And so, looked up some videos, and it was a little cringy, but, but we just knew that when we went back in, we were just going to update all the art and make it, real appealing. So when players jump in, that it's fun.
And what about the theming of this adventure, Fish, with this Mystic Guardian sort of theme? What made you choose that for this adventure?
Sure. So real quick, I want to touch on a point that Christian brought up, which is that for our PC players, this is a big nostalgia hit. But for our big console scene, they may have never played this mode before.
Oh,
so
that's
this may be
true.
their very first time trying it. As far as the Mystic Girl, we've had the Mystic Defender and Mystic Guardian, and it was time to give a little Hunter love with the Mystic Archer.
Yeah, seems to make sense. And
Yep.
now they've got this celestial pyramid thing
Wait, doesn't Neith
going
have a
on
Mystic
where
Shirt?
they gotta
What?
defend genies or attack genies.
You
and
got
all
some
that.
gemstones throughout the level, which kind of
Right.
hail to that aesthetic.
Okay, all right, I like it. We do have a gameplay video that we can play and kind of show off some of the things that are going to be going on in this adventure. That Artemis skin, I imagine, will be the one that's in the Golden Vault.
I wish it was daytime,
though. I wish it was
bundle.
sunny.
Right,
Yeah.
for the bundle. That's correct.
That was
So
part
there
of what
will
made
be
it so
some
feel so
Golden
nice
Vault
to me.
stuff there
It's Ratatoskers
as
in the
well.
vault.
Oh, the Ratatoskers, the one.
I think it's unfortunate they went for nighttime.
Okay, I like that. So look at this.
I still like it,
oh, there's a giant planet there, dude. That is sick. This
It's also
skybox looks
nighttime.
amazing. Yeah, it is nighttime,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit spookier
Yep.
by default. I remember the old Domination map was blazingly bright.
That's right. That's right. Desert Sun.
That's right. This one.
I
a
love
little
the
bit
Desert Sun,
more
though.
Arabian
cool.
Night, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. This skybox looks great, though, Christian.
I mean, hey, I did it.
You
So,
did?
I did.
Great work, man.
One of the few things as lead I get to touch on a little bit of the art. But yeah, one of the
think the buff
skybox-
kind of
you
still
know,
to the
I
left
worked
there.
on the skybox. I really wanted to bring home like the mystical portion of it, and you're representative of different planets and whatnot, and so. And I thought it just kind of helped add a little bit of a lot of color to the scene.
Yeah, there's another planet over there on the right. Looking really, really cool, and definitely does add some brightness in the darker
Man,
side.
I really,
Are
I
there
really
any
miss
gameplay changes here,
the
Fish,
sun
to like the map? Are
part.
there new walls or anything like that?
So there are a couple small changes here and there for balance updates. The game's changed. There are new gods who are viable in this, but for the most part, we tried to keep it a high fidelity to the old experience.
Ooh, I like
we want
that.
to keep it as close as possible to the nostalgic gameplay that some of our SMITE players would look back to fondly.
So as you mentioned, a lot of our console players, our newer players, may have never gotten a chance to play Domination before. Can you give them a quick rundown on the objectives, how you play it, all that kind of stuff?
I'd be happy to. So you've got 3 lanes. You got a left, a middle, and a right. And in the center of each of those lanes begins a neutral sand guardian. And whichever team kills that guardian, and then actually it doesn't matter which team kills the guardian. Whichever team stands on it once the guardian's been killed, takes over that point. And from then a sand guardian spawns for their team and acts like a phoenix or a tower, helping them defend that lane. And whichever team has more control points captured at any given moment is going to take tickets away from the enemy team. Similar to Arena, when a team runs out of tickets, they've lost. It's game over.
Okay, so it's not always going to be a set amount of time. If it's a close game, it might last a little bit longer.
That's right. It would last almost twice as long in a very close match as it would in a complete blowout.
Okay. About how long would you say the average game time would be for a Domination match?
Based on our play tests, I would guess in the 12 to 15 minute area. That's around what it takes.
So kind of like an arena of sorts. You know, you don't have full time for a full conquest, maybe.
Not
but
a huge commitment.
right.
Isn't it really like
exactly.
20
You can
minutes?
Get a quick game in.
Well,
This
yep.
is seeing Artemis take over that genie and has some help there now from that tower. I see here that there is an activated Easter egg
That's right.
in this map.
You were mentioning the skybox earlier. Just keep your eyes up in the sky. Something might happen as a response to the way the game is played. So.
Oh, okay. All right. I can get behind that. Christian, was it difficult
really hope it
to
means that
stay true to this Egyptian theming
gets
while
sunny,
also bringing that
but I doubt it.
mystic guardian? Because usually we like to, really tie the skin that's involved with the bundle into the adventure. Was that a challenge, or do you think it was easier than you thought?
No, I mean, of course, everything's kind of a challenge, but, I think we just kind of put our heads together and just figured out, like, how can we tie these in together? And, basically we have these artifacts, which are what the Mystic Defenders use. They're kind of scattered throughout the map, and basically they were here in this kind of ancient times. And we did want to keep it Egyptian themed, like to the previous one, just so that players who, have that nostalgia, they kind of have that connection, but it's just with an updated art set.
Who are some of the gods
That's
that you
something I
expect
really
to
like.
do well in this adventure, Fish?
Sure. So what I think is interesting is that the pantheon, the roster of SMITE has expanded greatly since the last time this was a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So there were some gods that weren't even possible here, like Giannis, like Chernobog, like Jing Wei, who offer some really interesting applications for this old school gameplay.
And is
So you can
everybody
actually play
available
everyone,
on the SMITE roster for this map?
Yes, I don't believe there are any banned gods, even the Morgan, who is often the
Oh yeah,
Wow.
forgotten stepchild.
the challenge, the
Yeah.
true challenge, but you can
She
even
works
play
okay here.
the Morgan, dude. That's awesome. Wow, I love that little. Is that like a toppled over little ruin that I see just outside the map to the genie's left now, or to our left now. It's not just the skybox; it's everything you got going on, kind of.
Yeah, I mean that was a nod to the Medusa's death match. That thing is actually the center relic. So we try to tie in a bunch of these things just to see if we could keep the lore loosely together.
Sure.
Same world, maybe same desert even.
That's right. And you can earn rewards as you're playing this mode.
That's right.
Kind of similar to some of the adventures we've done in the past, where the more you play, the more points you get, and then you can unlock more cool stuff, skins and things of that nature.
That's right. This one's particularly similar to the Dodgy and the Legend of the Foxes out of game loop, where instead of like 3 set chests that you're trying to fill out, you can actually unlock a ton of tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 skins with the points you earn from this, as well as some.
I mean, I'm down for this because I'm just going to spam this game mode anyway. So hey.
That's awesome. As we talked a little bit about the bundle already, but as we mentioned, you do get a gold key in that bundle. You also get Mystic Archer Artemis, a Mystic Archer music theme, so you can jam out appropriately on the map. A Mystic Archer ward skin, 5 Odyssey points, and 2,500 Celestial Jewels, which I imagine ties into the event. And if you've already purchased all the adventure bundles from Season 5, you'll get a bonus gold key to unlock and complete the Season 5 Gold Vault. As Fishman mentioned, it is that Ratatoskr skin that'll be in the Gold Vault. But if you purchased all the adventures, you get all these skins that you see on your screen right here. Guys, Celestial Domination looks great as kind of the way to go out for adventures, I imagine, in Season 5, since we're completing the Vault here.
We might have a little bit more up our sleeve, but as far as like classic adventures, this is probably the end of this season.
Yeah, I guess we did have Classic Joust kind of came back and had its time in the sun, and now Domination as well. Super excited for it again. 5.21. You can get your nostalgia hits if you want and get into the Celestial Domination, or if you're a newer player, you get the chance to try it out for the first time. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Super excited to try out the mode.
Hope you enjoy it.
And I do have to throw it back to Hindu Man, who I'm sure, I kind of forgot to do this because it'd been so long since he's been here, but he's going to do a great job during this next segment. I'm really looking forward to it. Hindu, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks, Aggro. One day I'll get to say the same thing about you, but you're not very successful. I'm joined on the esports section and community section with the 2 community managers. One, Isaiah, and the psychedelic Alvin over
As
there
always.
too. Yeah, I thought I'd regress back to being 20 years old for a second. I was like, woo! Did I wake up wrong today? First of all, esports, what's coming up, Alvin?
Oh, all kinds of stuff.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, we have the SCL placement round happening tomorrow. We have 4 console teams who are looking to grab the last 2 seats in the main HRX bracket for the SMITE Console Wars at DreamHack. So we're going to have 4 teams coming in on Saturday.
This is so quiet.
And they're going to be going head-to-head to see who is going to get these last 2 spots. First up, we will have Insomnia versus In Control. They are our PS4 teams, one from EU, one from NA. It is the first time PS4 has ever been in this bracket.
It's going to be
huge.
super exciting to watch.
The Xbox side, though, Flashpoint and Noxious. So there's still Xbox teams there. Astral and Rival are from Xbox as well, but they've already made their way to Worlds.
So there will be one very, very lucky PS4 team who has a shot at being the first PS4 champion. We'll see if they make it.
But that's not all. We've still got more this week.
Not all. There's more excitement. So we're taking a day off on Sunday, and then on Monday we are kicking off the PC placement round. Our bottom SPL teams and then our top SGS and SML teams are all coming together in a single bracket to see which other teams will make it to the main HRX bracket at DreamHack as well.
Yeah, just to be clear, there's a winner's bracket and a loser's bracket in this one. So if you do drop down, you're not out. But the top 4 teams that compete here, out of all the teams that are on your screen right now, will get to go to the World Championships to meet eUnited, Splice, Energy,
Dignitas.
Yeah, how can I forget about them? They didn't make it last year, that's why.
Well, they also rebranded recently. They're not Team Dignitas anymore. It's just Dignitas.
But talking about that, DreamHack is right around the corner too, straight after that, and that's what those teams are playing for. Tickets are still on sale right now. You should be going over and getting those as quick as you can. HiresExpo.com to pick up your tickets there. But that's not all. I mean, if you can't get to Hires Expo,
I'll be holding a panel as well if you want to check that out.
You'll
meet and greet, all that stuff.
You guys, I know all of you have linked your accounts before.
Yeah,
but
you made me do it, right?
Yeah, I did make you do it. I'm sorry.
I gotta do it again?
I broke everything, and you need to do it again.
It was you?
It was me. I got too excited about the upcoming Khepri skin, and I just
she was just running around
in my
the office,
celebrations. I just broke
tripped
everything.
over a cord
I'm
accidentally.
just glad your chat harem knows that you make mistakes too. You know, that's what I'm after here. So make sure you do link your account to Mixer, boys and girls, if you've not done so already, and do it again if you did do it, just to make sure that it's all there, so you can get all that free goodie
Exactly.
bags.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Make sure you link your accounts because we've got some awesome drops planned for HRX. Actually, the 16th through the 18th.
Yep.
You'll have exclusive Mixer drops, and the more you watch the SMITE World Championships, the more rewards you will earn.
Okay.
So be sure to stay tuned on social media. We'll have a blog post going out later today with all the details on all the exclusive Mixer drops you can earn during HRX.
But not only that, we've also got other stuff coming at HRX as well.
That's right. Super exciting. HRX starts November 16th, but before all of the eSports action kicks off at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, we will have the first ever Hi-Res Presents. We'll be going over all the awesome plans we have for SMITE in Season 6, whether it be in-game, design, community plans, esports. Be sure to stay tuned. 10:30 a.m. November 16th for Hi-Res Presents.
I also heard as well that you guys are going to be doing a lot of seminars at HRX.
Yes, we've got
where you're gonna
tons
have
of
like your
panels
devs and
planned.
things.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to be on some as well, I heard.
Yeah, we've got community panels. We've got some design panels. We've actually got some content creators and influencers on panels. So be sure if you're headed to HRX, all of the info is on hrx.com for the panel schedule. So be sure to check it out.
Perfect. That it? You
That's
done?
it. Yeah.
I think we're
All
good.
right, let's go back on social media tweet, because that's all we pretty much do after this. Let's head back to Aggro, that's going to try and do his job correctly for the first time in history.
We'll see.
Come on, Aggro, you can do it. I'm going to try and do a skin section for my first time correctly ever, apparently. And to help me with that, I've got a couple friends here. I've got Tina. Of course, you guys know Tina. I've got Chris from the visual effects team. And I've got Tyler, a first-timer here on the update show, right?
Yep, that's my first time.
Awesome, man. Well, welcome. Might want to put the mic a little bit closer to you there so we can hear you a little bit better. But why don't you tell everybody what you do?
Yeah, I'm a character artist on SMITE, so.
Nice. So you just get to do all the extra modeling that we see. A lot of times they'll come on here and be like, oh, we had to change the character a lot for this. And is that you who gets to do that?
Yeah, that's me. I model, I texture, I do all that stuff. So
awesome, man. Well,
time.
super excited to have you on and excited to see all these skins that we got. And we'll start with Dark Blade Pele. This one is really, really cool. I was saying that I love the colors and the way that it looks, but I also feel like this is a new direction for Pele, Tina. You know, she's a little bit less free-flowing and chill. She means
she's
business
like
here.
An anti-hero, basically.
An anti-hero?
In this, yes.
Okay, so what is she anti-heroing?
I don't
Heroes.
Heroes.
Anti-hero
Villains.
Right, taking them down.
Well,
Yes.
both, really.
Right, both, in whatever way
Baddies.
she sees fit,
Yeah.
apparently. A little bit, you know, she's a lot darker this time around than her
Yes.
traditional
She has
Pele
a hood
skins.
on. She's a little like sinister, a little bit.
Okay.
It's a nice contrast to like normal bright kind of effects and stuff.
Ooh, wait, is her cape like doing a little
Yep.
Yeah.
flashing right there?
I really love this modern look too.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of modern hero look. You can make a TV show about this skin. It's
Oh
really,
yeah,
really
this
Yeah.
is a Netflix special waiting to happen.
yeah,
I
for
know,
sure.
right?
Right here. I mean, I'm super excited about it, and a little bit. Am I getting a little bit more lightning vibes than
Yes.
magma here?
Oh yeah.
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 It's derived from her lore as well. Like it's
Like her
she's-
old.
The effects that we put in here are lightning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said
Yeah.
she should have
A
a
lot of good,
fire
like,
alt now.
LED lightning in her little tabard there, and a lot of really cool effects. So
Looks super awesome. Let's take a look at some of those abilities. Let's see the
The
little
squid pope has gone up.
pyroclasm shot, I believe is what it's called.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Man.
look at the ability one where it impacts.
Yeah, that return
Oh, I
is
love
like.
it.
I want to see what that
insane.
is.
A
Like,
shadowy figure of herself
blades?
throwing her knives back.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not just like a little
Oh,
ball
wow.
like it is
Yeah.
in the regular skin,
Nope.
but it's actually
nice.
kind of a shadow of
that's
herself.
sick.
That is super cool. Also, the sounds, sounds very electronic and
Oh, I see those
electricity
legs.
kind
Yeah.
of coming back. That's not what I was hearing.
Oh,
but,
okay.
that's you.
Damn.
And the idea is that she can control lightning, but she doesn't create lightning.
Okay, this
right?
is really cool.
Yeah, she controls it.
Right.
Also has, of course, that magma rush there. Again, a little bit more, less
it's
magma here.
pretty hard
more
to tell when
lightning.
it's-
Yeah.
And
Correct.
because
And
Pele
rage,
has
basically.
control over both in her lore,
It's amped up.
kind of still makes sense for her there. It's maybe not magma rush anymore. It's
Lightning rush.
Rush. Yeah.
You know, it's
Zap, zap, rush.
That's right. Oh wait, I actually did say this earlier. Can I do want to listen to the sounds of the magma rush because that's key for Pele for me. Because let's take a listen to those.
That's a default one.
Okay.
It's a thunderstorm.
So cool.
So it's a lot like her default skin, just with some extra things added in to make it sound like it's storming, basically, which is, I love that.
Like
The electric one is completely different.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hear a drum beat in the background.
Or a heartbeat, man. It's spooky.
That's really sick.
That's so cool.
I really love that. Let's take a look at the ultimate.
Aw. No fire.
Man, I love this ult. Can I just say, like, it doesn't matter what skin it is or whatever. I'm just gonna love this ultimate.
Yeah.
Did you say feel the
time.
burn?
Man, that is loud, and it should be. It's impactful.
Yeah.
In those moments.
No, feel the something.
I love the kind of dark energy in the cone there. That's awesome.
Yeah, looks very, very good. Let's take a listen to the voice pack here for Dark Blade Pele.
I won't hold back if you don't. Oh, hey, I didn't know the amateur league fights here. I don't have time for your childish
She's
games.
throwing up there.
Did you hear? The trash gets picked up tomorrow, so be ready. Hey, sorry for the mean, awful, and very, very accurate things I said about you. Attack! Defend! Woo! Woo!
Again, want to let you guys get a little reminder. It is Clumsy on the camera today, and gotta say,
Yes.
doing a great job.
Good job, Clumsy. I'm proud of you.
Way to go.
I like it, but I gotta say, I like her
There.
default a
your
bit better.
kind of did get wrecked, huh?
Feel the
And
surge!
she already has a
like,
bit of a
zoom
futuristic
into
skin
that
anyway, so.
Wow.
for emotional damages.
Done.
I'm not sure.
Let's take a look at Righteous Hammer Chalk.
Oh,
One that I've been really excited about because, you know, I'll keep it real with you guys. Murdering people with axes.
Wait, why
gets
does
boring
Billy get another
after
skin
a while,
already anyways?
You know?
She must be really
Like,
popular.
I really wanted to bludgeon some people with a giant hammer, and I just don't. I feel like healing myself simultaneously. I don't want to play Bologna. I want to play Chalk, with a massive hammer.
Chalk has so many
Bludgeoning is
skins. I
very
don't even know
underrated,
how
for
that's
sure.
a
I
thing.
agree.
In game.
Such a beginner god, I guess.
Yes.
Right.
I'm sure it's great in real life too, but come on.
Well, not that I would know. Yeah, not that I would know. Righteous Hammer Chalk. This one looks a lot like the a Sobek skin that we did pretty recently, where he also got big and beefy. Chalk kind of starts big and beefy. Tyler, did you have to do anything different for this
like this,
for this
though.
skin,
It does
especially
look
around the
pretty cool.
weapon?
Yeah, well, as you can see, the weapon had some considerations that we had to make because it is so much different than the axe. A lot of high-minded design concepts like meaty, thick,
Right.
you know, chunky, those kinds of things. But yeah, really, really cool.
I think
chalk
you got
hammer.
all three of those
Yeah,
here
for sure.
with this hammer.
Now go
And
and
the-
text me,
and
Chalk.
And the other Sobek skin that this reminds me of has that kind of holy light effects to it. Still feels like you're going to have that same amount here, though I'm sure we'll see momentarily. Sounds like, yeah, there's some electric light kind of going with them here.
Yeah.
So, certainly looks good. Let's see that
Throw that bad boy off.
hammer
Nice.
toss. Yeah, still has the thunder strike with it and lightning strike,
Oh
but
man.
that's looking really, really cool. Yeah, he's got that light kind of speckling around him. Are those sorts of effects
see
a
the
little bit
three.
harder for you and your team, Chris, than the big kind of in your face ones?
Oh.
That looks
Golden Rain.
really cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's great.
You know, it depends. I think that.
Thought they could have
depends on
done
how
more
many
with the
there are,
three.
You know,
Like
where
a
they're
holy
being
light
placed
from
on the bottom.
above.
Sure. They're definitely looking good here.
That's so cool. I love this armor too.
Yeah, it
that
looks really,
was
really awesome.
dope, dude.
That
As
looks
he
nice.
drops the hammer for real this
Yeah,
time.
for real.
In this instance, gets that knock up. He's here to imbue justice, but also beat you up while doing it.
Yeah.
You know, why not both
Yeah.
for him? Do other chalk skins have those little rain patterns on the
Yeah.
on it? How did I never notice that?
Yep.
It's all right.
That looks super cool in this skin in particular.
I think Chalk's alt is actually one of the best feeling alts for me.
Yeah, I mean, going back to meaty and thick.
Yes,
it
exactly.
Feel, you know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
got
Feels
weight
so
to it.
like,
Got that power.
you know.
In the sound design here, especially, like it adds a lot of weight to that impact. It's
Right,
really
right.
good.
Can also help you time
I gotta
it
say, I like the
if you're
skin a
trying to go
lot.
up
The
against it.
animations
This
are
is a
very
really awesome
standard.
one.
I expected
Can we
like
take a
some
look at the
special stuff,
armor?
but
Actually,
no.
I want to try and get a closer look
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
at what's going on. And
shoulder
is
thing
he
is
getting
also
those
cool.
sparks when his passive is charged? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
That's really
that
awesome.
is
the,
sick,
The
yeah.
shoulder pads kind of light up
I
and
love the trim. Like,
charged with
oh,
energy.
Great.
That looks
real
really
nice.
awesome. You're going to be beating up your solo lane opponents with style with Righteous Hammer Chalk. Let's take a listen to the voice pack.
I will smash this weapon into your very soul. Gaze upon this godly instrument of justice. Need I say more? You have been declared a heretic. and a fool.
Oh, I get it. The Warhammer vibes here, like that.
I can barely breathe in this thing. My armor is an extension of who I am. Just look at it. Glorious.
He's looking pretty good.
Woohoo!
That's pretty good.
It sounds like someone told this, like, you know, otherworldly divine being that saying woohoo makes you excited.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Woohoo! Yeah.
That's perfect. I love that. I love that. It adds a little bit
He's
of
always so
character.
serious, and then when he says woohoo, he's like so cute.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, I'm
What is
ecstatic
awesome and
Yeah.
stuff like
for
that.
some reason. And it's probably something not to be ecstatic about.
Otherworldly Templars could be cute too.
That's right. They sure can. No reason to discriminate against them.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at Mystic Archer Artemis.
Speaking of cute,
Speaking
Oh,
of cute,
cute.
the front-facing skin for this 5.21 update. Again, this comes with the bundle when you purchase the Adventure Bundle, which is Celestial, Domination. And she's got to be looking good if she's going to be having a whole adventure.
Oh, for
after her,
sure.
right? And as well as having a cute little companion right next to her. Tina, have you named this pig?
You
You
shouldn't
can
come
say
up with it
no.
on the spot.
No.
You can say no. That's fine.
I did not.
That's fine. That's
Wait. Did I?
careful.
It's okay.
Let's
if you
listen
did.
to the. I'm sorry, I wrote this voice pack like 2 months ago. So let's listen to this
Yeah, we'll
thing
listen
and then
to it.
see if
I'm
I
sorry to
remember
put you
if
on the
he
spot.
says
Didn't-
if she
didn't-
says something.
We'll have to wait and see. Tusky, I think, will still count, right? I mean, it's
Yeah,
still,
of course.
Still Tusky. It's just she might have a special nickname. in this
She looks like she had
Ooh, are those
like
different ability icons?
weird plastic
They
surgery.
changed up the ability icons for this one.
The face
Ooh,
just
and
looks
is
so
it just on this skin or is
No,
it
no,
on
this is
all
dull
all
Artemis?
facey.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
So Artemis will be having some new ability icons. Those
Mm-hmm.
were
She's
some of the older
strange,
ones
Yeah,
yeah.
they were really old.
that we had in Smite. So now you get to be looking good on your UI as
She
well.
looks like
as-
she tried to
Look at that,
too
it's
hard to be
little-
famous
she
on
puts little
Instagram.
stars wherever she shoots. That is
Yeah.
so. I love
Oh,
these
yeah,
sorts of
yeah.
effects that we do sometimes. Those little persistent ones on the auto attacks. It kind of just adds something when I'm trolling in lane and just like, you know, I'm throwing a cat into the wall with that Aphrodite skin
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yep.
I love that skin. This one looking good as well.
I think this is our 4th magical
Woo!
girl.
That
So
looks
Yeah.
interesting.
Dude.
You can get basically a whole team.
I like
Dude, that
that.
is so cool.
Dude, I want to
Yeah,
see a
great.
cosplay of all of them at HRX.
That would be a.
Wouldn't that
That
be
would be-
dope?
that would
Like
be really cool.
synchronized cosplay.
Oh.
You didn't give them a lot of time to get ready, Tina. I mean, the skin's
That's
just being
right.
previewed today.
Oh, wait. Look,
Yeah.
Artemis has new ability
November
icons.
16th through the 18th. Make sure
I
you
don't know if I
buy your
mentioned that in
tickets
the
at
message, but
highresexpo.com. Sorry.
New
Nice
icons.
plug, dude. Nice plug.
Yeah, thank you.
smooth.
Clumsy, put 4 traps. Like,
Yeah, put-
make one of them explode without getting anybody in it, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah, you
because you
do?
can only have so many on the ground all at the same
The traps
time.
look very obvious like this. I wonder what they look like for enemies.
Oh, there it goes. Dude, these traps. These,
Oh man. I
these
love little
don't.
hearts.
These stand out in a good way. You know what I mean? Like, you know that you're stepping on this, and something bad might happen, or it could open a secret door somewhere on the map.
That could happen.
You know, why don't you?
I mean, they're complaining that it's very
Stars.
visible, to be honest.
She gets a different auto attack. The projectiles
Yep.
look different when she activates that
Yep.
too.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
If you look at the bow when it's
the
like,
bow's
Oh, that's so
if
cool.
you just stand still and look at it though, and like zoom in a bit.
Oh
yeah, you see
yeah.
like waves, like seaweed.
Yeah. So,
Ah.
and that's kind of reminiscent of the 3 as well. That kind of
Yeah.
flows down and looks in that same way. That looks really, really awesome.
Okay, the effects are super
It
nice.
says here that we had to adjust.
Oh yeah. There it is.
I was looking down.
Can we
Do it
talk
again.
about the pig for a minute?
Oh.
That.
So cute, and he still messes you up.
He's
and
like kissing them
he's-
because he's stuck, but he's like making out with them. It's cute.
I'm a
yeah,
sucker
very,
for flying
very
pigs.
cute. He's so mad though. I mean, you made him mad.
yeah, dude, I keep.
And he just flies off.
Oh,
My
he's
people
so
need me.
mad.
Flies off into the sunset.
Get
I
it,
love it.
Piglet.
Tusky looking good. If we're still calling him Tusky here.
That is
It says here that
adorable.
we had to adjust the rig a little bit here for this Artemis model. What went into that, Tyler?
Started flying
yeah,
away.
Yeah. Well, we just kind of revisited the model to make things look a little nicer. This is like the best looking Artemis skin we've had. So, yeah, it's really really cool. Just really nice looking model.
Looks great.
Didn't really know how to
absolutely.
describe
As
it,
well
just
as,
like, yeah,
has a
it
voice
looks
pack
cool.
attached, of course, so we can take a listen to that.
Have you come here to talk me to death? Oh, you're wearing your big boy pants today. Proud of you.
Rude.
Oh, look. They chose their weakest to fight me. My mantra every day is have coffee in one hand and a bad guy in the other. I hope Karma slaps you in the face before I do.
What's
the
this
difference between
attitude?
pizza, in your opinion, is that I only ask for pizza.
I do want
Attack
pizza.
left lane! Defend! Yeah!
I love it.
So they
Sounds
all
good.
have different personalities. So she is like the sassy, aggressive one.
Yeah, snarky.
The snarky one. Yeah.
She definitely got a toot there for her. They're kind of like the mystic, future space Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Instead of living in a sewer, they live in like space.
Starland.
Starland. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So they live
We
in
also do have a
SMITE.
VXG here for this skin, and let's take a look at that. I always love these. And you can walk around. I love
Dude,
these ones
she's
that let you just kind of
flying,
walk
dude.
around. But you're right. She's not even walking.
I'm
She's
nerding out.
flying.
She's
over
zooming,
She's got a
dude.
little companion.
I
How does she
know.
change? Okay, is this the same Tusky?
Yes, it is. Let's
and it
call
can
him.
change
Let's
size?
call him Sty.
Sty?
Sty.
Okay.
Cute.
I
Alright,
like
it's
it.
Sty.
I was gonna say Herbert, but I think Sty is better.
Herbert is so cute. Come on.
Okay, fine. We'll call it Herbert
Well,
Sty.
no, I'm not trying
Eyelashes,
to
I would
overrule
look so
Tina's
weird.
suggestion.
The eyes.
No, we can call him Sir Herbert Sty.
Sir Herbert Sty.
There we go.
There it
Like
is.
because
Put it
pig
up.
Sty,
tuft
so
of
he's
hair.
Herbert Sty.
I like it. He's her Sty.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
You're
So
so
how does
lame.
he change size? That's what I want to know. He's
Magic.
a mystic pig. I mean, he does fly. So
Yeah.
looking good here. Again, you do get this by purchasing the
I
adventure
became big
bundle
again.
for Celestial Domination.
Very cool effect,
Next
but the
up
skin just
is
doesn't look
Curious
good to me
Critter
at all.
Ratatosker. This also tied
But it's
to
not
the
marketed
adventure in one
towards
way
me,
because
so, hey.
in order to get this skin, you do need the gold key
Correct.
from that adventure bundle. And this one is coming from the mind of our amazing artist, Enna, who kind of did this theme a while back. We already have Geek Beak Thoth from the same sort of idea.
Smitropolis.
Smitropolis, exactly. And now Ratatosker is joining in. And his eyes are like they take up
Massive.
78% of his head.
Yes,
Like
that's awesome.
4 skins that he already
That's
has.
how you make cute shit.
Just
Like,
bigger eyes.
His
Yes. Like
an anime
entire
girl,
anime collection
Yeah, kinda.
of skins.
I want to see this
Yes.
Ratatosker and Thoth like kind of on a caper together. Like
Yeah.
I feel like they'll.
Kind of like going through the jungle.
Yeah, they kind of.
I wish Red had like a really dark skin, like just the opposite.
Way
and it's
different
but-
personalities. So
Like the edgy kind of
they
skin.
riff off each other really well, you know.
That tail, big and bushy. Did his ears get bigger too here? Or are they always that large?
I think they're always that big.
Yeah,
right?
he's got really big ears.
Yeah, my man's hears everything all the time. But
His teeth
now
are
he can
bigger,
also
too.
see everything.
He has
And
like big buck teeth now.
yes. That same sort of walking effect that the Geek Beak Thoth has. He's always
Yeah,
he's
dude.
city walking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got the sidewalk underneath his feet at all
my
times.
A
So
little.
tell me about this Ratatosker and
Oh, no.
what he's got going on. Is he also sassy, Tina, or is he just kind
No,
of chilling?
he's very into hiking and the forest. He's like a city guy, a city kid, but he really likes nature and likes to climb trees and stuff. And
like that
poles
butterfly,
and
honestly.
light poles. What are they
Right.
called? Light poles.
Yeah,
Lamp posts.
yeah. Street lamps.
Street lamps.
Both of those, I think, are
Yeah.
very acceptable. These effects, I mean, you do get that city sense, but also he wants to be connected into nature, right? I
Yeah.
mean, was that a difficult kind of line to cross there, Chris? The one that he's a city guy, but also has to have some nature involved.
He has some nature there. See, grass.
Yeah, he's got grass.
Oh, I like the light.
You know, he's on a light post.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
not as
this is
naturey.
awesome.
Not as nature. He gets around the city quickly.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
In this regard, I love those lampposts, and then he lands into the park in the
Yeah.
middle of
Uh-huh.
it.
Yes.
Ruined your day.
He
That's
does love
right.
going to the
Knocks you
park.
up right there in the park. This,
Incredible.
this one's looking really, really awesome, and one that Anna drew a lot of characters in this style. So who knows?
Yeah, I think if the community likes these, I think we'd like to keep making skins like this.
I like the
It's
Thoth
a lot of
concept better
fun,
than this
so-
one, to be honest.
Unique style. It's pretty cool.
And
I think this one
this
tries to
Ratatosker,
be-
not as much of a
to be
hipster
too many
as
things
Geek
at
Beak
once.
Thoth was. You know, he's a little bit more in tune with the common people.
Yeah, with the common folk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
With the basics.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For
He
sure.
doesn't need to have his, coffee
No.
all the time.
It doesn't have to be a
specific
certain
way.
He's
skin
chipper.
temperature.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no, no,
Otherwise,
no.
it'd be so passe.
What does that mean? I don't understand. Wow, you're such a hipster.
Yeah, that's right. That's me, the hipster guy. Let's take a listen to the voice pack here for Curious Critter Ratatosker.
I take it you haven't been out of the city before. Please don't rain negativity on me. It's a beautiful day. Sorry. But you're making me feel uncomfortable. My guilty pleasure is eating leftover picnic food. Oh, that's not weird, is it? Ew! I have a blister on my blister. It's evolving. Oh, this can't be normal, right? Holy!
He's just
Attack
a cute little guy.
Defend!
I wrote him to a cute little guy.
I love this little guy. He's a good little guy, that's for sure. Curious Kidder Ratatosker, again, is in the vault this time
The
around.
vault.
And you don't want to leave him locked
the vault
in there,
followed,
do you?
yeah.
I mean, he'll be so sad.
Good moment to plug my follow video.
Plushie Kepri next on the list, one that
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys have been excited about.
Yeah.
And I have been excited about. That
Dude,
face
just,
is so like it's
watch
just,
his mouth.
Look at this
no.
Watch his
fluffy
mouth.
boy.
this. I don't even know where to
Let's
start
go.
with these plushie skins. It was kind of
Please
Argio
show
who
it.
set the tone,
Stop
and then
teasing.
Ganesh came in and changed the game.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
now it's
dude.
Kepri's turn. A lot of guardians.
My two
made
favorite
from-
guardians.
Made
too.
from yarn. Yeah. This is they're
He's gonna
looking
throw a
good.
yarn ball.
Are
and it's gonna
these
be
these
awesome.
difficult to kind of model, Tyler, to have this much texture involved?
Yeah, they're an interesting challenge because they are kind of different than our usual thing. And there's so much detail in the knitting and the stitching and the fluff. You know, it's definitely a challenge, and they did a really, really good job on this. Big, chunky, meaty, plushy boy.
The wings are so cool. I love this skin already, man.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love it. Okay,
really
skip
nice.
straight to the 2. I just need to see the 2. This needs to be
Yeah,
a yarn
yeah,
ball,
yeah.
and I'm gonna freak out, and I need to see it right away. Clumsy, please. No,
Baited, dude.
where is Pon Pon
man.
where you need him? Like I get it, you're getting married or
Oh,
whatever.
the basics when he throws
Can
the
I-
yarn out,
okay.
like he loses
Get
yarn.
some stuffing comes
Yeah.
out.
Dude, get
Okay,
shit
that
on.
was cool though. That was cool. Little like spool basically coming down. This is good. Yes. Yes. Oh, it's a ghostly yarn ball. I love it. It's perfect. This is perfect. It's great. We don't need it. I mean, the little strings that come out, the auto attack, the spool, the ghost yarn. What else could you possibly want?
Oh,
get
look
the
at the
spool.
fluffy
Revived,
clouds.
Oh, the icon. Oh,
The face. I got you, little guy. Don't worry. That's what the face is telling me.
No,
I
look
just-
at his face. If we can go to look at his face, it's like it's a face.
Yeah.
Really?
You know what this kind of reminds me of?
Look at his mouth.
I think it's adorable.
This is a reference that not everybody will get. Do you guys remember the character Face from Nick Jr. back in
Oh,
the day?
yeah. Face.
He kind of reminds me of
I
Face.
can see that, yeah.
You know what I mean? This is Face the skin, and I really
So
like
cute.
it. Adorable. I did talk over the 1. I kind of want to see the 1 again.
Stuffing.
Oh, it's just a cute sound.
Bring it in.
Oh.
Bring it in. We gotta hug it out. That's the way it's got to go.
voice is pretty deep.
Again,
Surprisingly
Plushie
deep.
Kepri looking really good. Let's take a listen to the voice pack.
Fluffiness. Don't be so serious, it's just a game. Oh my God. Do you need a hug? I give great hugs.
Boy.
Oh my, you are as squishy as meat. I'm not sure who created me, but they sure stuffed a lot of love in me. And stuffing too, of course. How many tickles does it take to make Octoplush laugh? 10 tickles. Why shouldn't you bring a chicken plush to school? Because it might use foul language. Attack! Defend! Attack! Attack!
Please use the default. This is too much.
All right, happiness.
Oh, this is too much in a good way.
It's not to snort into the mic.
I don't know that she was
So-
successful.
This is actually the same guy who voices Bass Kepri.
Really?
Yes, and I was like, yo,
awesome. Yeah.
we just need a cute AF Kepri sound. And he was like, I got it, dude. And then he just went ahead and did this. And I was like, this is awesome.
That's
He
Yes.
did indeed
Just
have it, dude.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, he nailed it. Very,
Yeah,
very
it's
funny.
great.
I can't wait to run maybe a little joust 3v3.
Wait, he has a claw on
plushy
one side, he
guardians
does on the
all
other?
running
I
at
never
the
realized this.
opposition. Not a bad idea. Something to think about for you guys at home. Plushie Kepri looking great. Super excited about it. Now it's time for our winter themed skins. They aren't just winter themed. They're also community winter concepts. So done by you, the community that were voted on and chosen. And we got them for you here. Ice Queen Aphrodite. The first one, Juniper Garcia, is the concept artist for this one. So thank you so much, Juniper, for a great concept. And it looks great.
It's amazing.
In game.
Yeah.
It definitely fits Aphrodite. You know, she could be a little cold sometimes, right? So
But nothing shrinks.
no, but
Thanks.
maybe personality-wise, Tina, which is something that I'm focusing on
a lot
here.
of personality.
Oh, let me tell you, the personality is
Guys, we didn't even get in game
out of
yet.
this world.
I was gonna try it. Like I knew it was gonna be dangerous waters to get through, but we didn't even dive in yet.
Let's
All right,
surf
let's
the
go in
sea.
game. Do you guys want to get them all out of the way now, or you want to sprinkle it in as we go?
Tina, please.
Tina, do you need to take a break during this skin? Are you gonna be good?
I'm gonna be good.
All right, we're gonna be good.
I like the persistent under our feet, like little
Yeah, the
snowflakes spawning.
little snowflakes underneath there. This one looking really, really cool. So normally, just so you guys know, I get notes to go along with all
I'm not
of
even
these
sure,
skins,
but
and
like,
one of the
this
bullet
might
points
be
is, and I
like
quote,
even a loot
she
skin by
is
Aphrodite
super hot
standards.
in game, according to Tina.
Wait, what?
That's literally
Wait,
what
is that the note on here?
That is the note on here.
Those are your exact words.
Yeah.
Oh my. Okay, well this
So
was in the
maybe
meeting, so
Cold overall, but
I'm glad they didn't put the
still
other
pretty
shit
hot.
that I said in the meeting.
Oh man.
there you have
Oh, that's great, dude.
Smooth.
it. The smooch. Still cold, but you still get the idea there. Shooting out the snowflake, looking good. Can we see the back off as well? This one, I think the back off could be pretty cool. Maybe some snow effects I'm anticipating.
Clumsy, push my way, dude. Oh, all right.
Got some
Oh,
ice
You can't
birds.
ask for an ability.
Yeah.
He's not going to do
He's
it.
not gonna
Clearly.
do it.
Hey,
Oh,
some
nice,
ice
the dude
effects.
does
What
that.
I was hoping for.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
love
really
the kind of
nice.
frosty kind of look to that.
Yeah, that's very cool. And the
incredible.
sound as well, you know, the ice breaking is kind of there.
So she's very cold. Her personality, like I actually wrote her really, 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 really
Mean.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's the ice
Oh,
queen.
that is
That's
cool.
so cool.
That is cool.
Little ice crystal sort of going on.
Oh yeah. and the
Though
berries
that Aphrodite is a character, Chris, that has some persistent VFX, but in the 3, but the other 2 are kind of quick. Is it hard to do skins for her in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird because you have 2 different tempos going on, and generally over skins you just have one. But the effects artist, Celine, that did this, did an excellent job. These effects look really nice, really sparkly.
Yeah, that ice crystal is perfect
Yeah.
as the ultimate. Again, Juniper Garcia is the concept artist for this one from the community, and Juniper did a great job.
job.
Let's take a
Awesome,
listen to
Juniper.
the voice pack here for Ice Queen Aphrodite.
I can shatter your bones with just a touch. You dare threaten a frost mage. Fight or die. I think you have forgotten what it means to be afraid. What do you call a lazy frost fairy who skips work? A snowflake. I once made an icicle fall on this frost giant. It knocked him out cold. Get it? Attack! Defend! Woo! Woo!
Nice one, Tina.
Very, very good, Tina. I got it, because it's an icicle, and he's also a frost giant.
Audio effect sounds so loud for some reason.
Correct. Thank you.
That was solid.
Cool.
Ice Queen Aphrodite, again, one of our community winter concept winners, and the other is for Winter's
I like
Curse
the effects.
Cucullin.
Wait, she has a VXG.
Oh,
Wait,
she
wait,
does.
Oh yeah, go back.
Please
messed
go
up.
back. I'm sorry.
That one's on me, chat. We'll go back. Hey, we're
you
back.
didn't get through it without making a mistake.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Almost. Yeah, check out that VXG where she ice
Oh,
skates.
that's
That
so
is
cool.
really cool.
Okay, what?
That's awesome. The effects are still there on the feet, but I
doesn't
love
even
the
have skates.
behind,
She's
the
just-
hands behind
Yeah.
the back.
High heels.
She's just
She's so
cruising.
nonchalant.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. She doesn't
Yeah.
need to be worried. We're on the battleground of the gods. There's people dying everywhere. She's just skating. She's just skating along.
It is very queenly. As,
It is.
As a skate.
Yeah, if she's an ice queen, she's got to know her way around some ice skates, and certainly she does. Okay, now we can go to Winter's Curse. Cucullin, Jarazman or Jarazman.
What?
Jarazman, I think is the way I'd say that.
Jarazman.
That is the concept artist for this one,
Jarazman?
and one that I am super excited about. This is a great idea, I
Yeah.
think, for a winter skin, just like the Ice Queen Aphrodite is, and it looks like we're able to pull it off really, really well.
Yeah.
For you, Tyler, how difficult is it? Because you basically are doing 2 characters for every Cocoon skin, right?
Yeah, for sure. We've got a handful of characters like that, so we have to divvy up the work a little more and get it done. But the artist did such a good job on both these forms.
Oh man,
it's really, really
Oh wow.
That detail for the coat and the
Okay, this really looks cool.
That he's got there looks.
I really like his
really
surfer
awesome.
skin, but I
gotta stay warm.
This
if
one
you're
beats
gonna
it.
be in the winter and in the mountains, I imagine. But
yeah, it's really cool too how this furry armor kind of hints at his alternate form.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, I might.
Armor?
Furry armor?
Did you say furry armor?
Yeah, it's a little.
It's all those fursuits nowadays.
Okay, so how did he get cursed here, Tina? You got something for me
cold
on
footsteps
how
as well.
Winter's
Nice.
cursed Cucullin may have gotten cursed? I know this isn't your concept or one that you worked on.
I didn't actually write this.
Oh, this looks nice.
Fishman wrote this voice pack. So
Yeah, I just think.
I just think that maybe. Oh, you mean like what? Why?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I just think. You know, what you think? You got going on.
Oh wow, I love the effects of this.
He got bit by a.
That's a winner.
Man.
Unlucky.
He got bit by a man who was a Yeti.
Oh, that is cool.
Oh man.
Yeah.
And now he is
Look
the
at
man
that.
I don't know why it was a man, but maybe they were together. Or
that he
something.
is the Yeti. This one, looking awesome. The spikes
That's
coming
so
out
cool.
of the right arm.
Yeah, that's dope,
Yeah.
dude.
He is the abominable Yeti man
The
guy.
ice crystals, the horns, so cool.
The materials are really nice on these.
That does look awesome.
Yeah.
I do want to take a look at those human form abilities again. I know we were kind of talking over those, but the ice effects look really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Pulses out some snow as well.
It's like the ice spear that he's
Yeah,
throwing forward.
it just kind of conjures an ice spear. The jump
The
looks
sound
amazing.
effect is actually so
I
nice
really
too.
think Salmon's Leap with the little Celtic symbol there was super awesome. I think Salmon's Leap is an underrated cool ability.
Yeah.
for sure.
Like not as many people talk about cool abilities as that option, but Salmon's Leap is dope. And those, it looks like some Northern Lights come in there
Yeah,
as he's
yeah.
using that ultimate.
Yeah, dude, look up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Notice
That's
them.
awesome.
That's really cool.
That's really, really awesome. And then the transform. Yeah. Gets into the rage mode now. A big old Yeti. Let's take a look at some of these abilities. We can
Nice.
get to see those.
Oh,
Ice spikes
That's sick.
coming out.
I like how these effects get a little bit more wild too and kind of feral, you know?
Yeah,
Oh,
less
I
in
love this skin.
control.
Right.
Still has the Northern Lights whenever you use that war cry.
But they're bigger and brighter and stuff more powerful.
Yeah.
Good bio.
That's really, really cool.
Bye, Odin.
See you later.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. Hey, thanks for stopping him with the knockup. Again, Jarazman with this concept. Great job
Great work.
Yeah.
by you. Winter's Curse Cohen is looking really, really awesome. Let's take a listen to the voice pack here.
There's nothing you can do that will stop me. I haven't made peace with my demons, and I will surely not make peace with you.
Okay. Edgy.
You made poor choices when making an enemy of me. I went hiking last week. It was intense. If you get lost, just look for the sun. That direction is up.
I love my favorite for these, by the way, chat, is when I look at Tina
Why?
after a real groaner, you know, like the intense joke, and Tina has the audacity to roll her eyes after some of the stuff that she's put in these voice packs. What makes you think you have any right, Tina, to do that to someone else's pun? I mean,
Fair
come
point.
on.
Fishman, I can take a shit on him. It's okay.
If you say so. Again, congratulations to Juniper Garcia and Jarazman for those community
Thank you so
concept winners.
much.
Great work
So
by
cool
you
working
guys.
on the community stuff. It's a
yeah.
lot of fun.
was-
Y'all really care about that stuff, and when you submit it, it's just really cool to see what y'all come up with. So.
And some
Yeah.
great ones we got for this winter. So
Going
that does it
southern
for the
today.
5.21 update show. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you guys for joining me on it as well. Do want to remind you guys at home, HRX is coming up soon. DreamHack Atlanta. It's going to be there November 16th through the 18th. HighResExpo.com is the place to go to get your tickets. There's an after party as well. Show up.
Yes.
We'll all be there.
We'll all
and
be there.
Be having a ton of fun. Thanks so much for watching. PTS will be up soon. TM. Make sure you follow all of our social media channels and you'll get some information on that. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.
All right. And that's it from me as well with that. Thank you guys for watching. But some quick summary, I would say, of of this patch in general. I think in terms of the patch notes themselves, there were changes like they could have done more with, especially when it comes to Mercury, and I think also Freya. We'll look into that more in depth in the patch notes review. But in terms of the Domination adventure, I'm really happy it's back, and I'm really happy they chose to stick with the Egyptian theme. But I'm honestly really sad that I didn't want to complain about it too much, but I'm really sad that they didn't stick with the daytime style, because there was a nighttime arena once and most people actually didn't like it that much, and that I think is kind of this like one of the big selling points of Domination was that it's like this beautiful sunny map, Egyptian map that I'll miss that part. And they said something about the sky changing when you do something in game, so I really, really hope that means you can somehow get a sunny sky. I know that the sky these days is like changeable based on like the Anubis effects and Hades effects and whatnot. So I really hope there's just a way to make it sunny, because I would really miss that style of the map. And if there's a way to make it sunny, I'm going to try and get that every single game, however long that takes. And with that, thank you guys for watching. I will probably see you later for the patch notes review or for some Domination gameplay if the PTS actually comes up. Either way, if you're new to the channel, feel free to sub button with the bell, it really helps me out. And if you want to see me at HRX, I will be there. There will be a meet and greet, and I will also I will participate in a panel. You can find all that on the Hi-Res website, on the HRX website. See you later. DukeSloth out.